doing well. We just caught the London Open, so I'm going to make this a quick video because I want to talk about the indices in the private Discord. So put some stuff out, but obviously things do change at London Open, so we do have to keep on top of things. So it was going quite risk off as we go into this hour, so we'll have to wait and see. The risk calculation is teetering on risk off, so I think we'll be risk off by tomorrow. I'm not trading tomorrow because it's NFP, and the fact that we can go risk off at the big picture, but then we see a lot of fluctuation, and I mean a lot of chop for that reason. Okay, VIX is below the yearly pivot, which is interesting. It's below 26.5. It was at 26 yesterday, so maybe keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on your VIX. Yields rose. We've got that rubbish ADP data yesterday, which is forecasting a poor NFP number. However, that's been said before by Zero Hedge, and we actually had a good NFP. So I think it's fear mongering a little bit, but they did rise the yield, so that's fairly risk off. And the yield curve is inverted, but quite strongly inverted now, so that's risk off. Lots of red cells for the indices for pound, Germany, Kiwi, S&P, UK 100, US 30, oil. Okay, so there's lots of red cells, so it's indicating, you know, these are cells, and we want to get the dynamic to agree with the static. Okay, Euro pound is a green, for example. Apologies if you can hear my cat, by the way. There's the strong USD, and the Euro USD is currently the strongest. It's actually did make a positive result from the week prior. Everything else is negative quite heavily, and there's the chart of that data, and we can see the pound is like lagging and the dollar yen is leading. So there's the yen weakness and the pound weakness. Okay, and there's the Euro USD just eking out a little bit of profit positivity on the weekly time frame. Remember, this isn't reset from Sunday, it's reset from last week, so last Thursday. That's important. Okay, it's not reset on Sunday, it's simply where we are now compared to a week ago. Yeah, so that went out to private members. You'll have to sub the trade of the day. You can get this trade of the day if you subscribe to Patreon and just get the bulletin tier, which is $10 a month. So you can do that and you get your trade of the day. Plus you get this bulletin as well. Where are we now? So we can see red is sell and green's a buy. And that's that. So we want to see shifting over time. They're quite long on the pound USD. So that could probably be falling. And S&P, so we we made a sell. However, the hexagon might indicate a buy up if these two lines cross. So this is the reason for making the video that I'm going to do after this bulletin, because I think they're probably going to sell this, but we'll have to wait and see. Each one of these circles, they bought the dip. They bought it. Okay, admittedly they got paid. They bought it again. I guess they probably got a bit greedy, and then it fell. They shorted it, which was yesterday's risky buy. And so we did come up 3-4 hours, then we dumped. At that point, then they went long here. So they tried to buy this dip. It fell. Price come up. They went long. And it's just like, no, we've given up now. And it's like falling. So what's happening is that we're seeing a deviation of the SSI and the moving average. See how that is widening? So at that point, it became quite a strong sell because that widening. It's deviating from the moving average basically, and that's getting the indication for the sell. So if the two lines converge, then that's going to be a buy. This is a divergence. This is going to possibly be a convergence. Okay, so hopefully that's clear. And seeing the divergence away of the MA and the SSI line on German 30, they're going really long. Probably looking at that and thinking that we're going to hold. But we might do. I'll have to do that 2-minute video, and you get access to that video as well if you subscribe on the bulletin tier as well. So it's probably going to be worth doing if you're trading indices and gold. And there we go. So this was a huge success. I was very, very happy yesterday. Not only did I make my weekly quota, but this is like the icing on the cake. And I shorted gold, and it was a really good entry, and I had a 4-hour trade. So I risked what I was prepared to risk. I got 4 times my reward. So that was a fantastic trade for me. I'm really happy. And that was because of the community. Mr. Bosch and Andre were doing analysis on gold, and it gave me the idea to short it. So I looked at my technicals, and then I entered, and that was quite cool. Knowing that their retail guys probably assumed this was going to hold. See that chop on that support, and eventually we did break down, and that was a really good trade. So I'm very, very happy. It's really cool. Today's liquidity target. So note the round number for Euro USD 101, and then parity, and we've got gold at 1700, which I think could get probed. So I want to cover that in the video. The one after this bulletin, of course, and the largest stock was clusters AU, and it's there 67.65, and the largest mover was pound USD at 6% shift, which isn't a huge move, but it does coincide with the static and dynamic. See the red cells? So it's already a sell, but they've made it more of a sell over time. That's how it works. Failure rate's okay, 71%'s good because it's better odds than your casino. If you were to trade below 50%, you might as well just go to a casino. Now we know that traps in. Aussie is punishing them really badly. USD is on the verge of punishing them really badly, and Kiwi is as well. The Kiwi's got nearly a perfect score, Aussie has a perfect score. So whatever they're doing with their Aussie crosses, they're getting punished. And this is why this is good. This is why it's actually quite amazing, actually, because it tells you whether or not the trap's in, and it looks like the trap's in for Aussie. Okay. And that's that. So we had a Euro Swiss long, but however, we need to identify and somehow incorporate that profit or loss into the profit loss metric here, because we need to identify the entry. It could maybe be the time that I've done the bulletin when I put the trade op out, we could just take that price. Maybe that's the best way to do it. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do, and then we can calculate the the success or failure from the time I post it to Discord. So I think that's what we'll do next week. I think the entry will be at market when I post that into Discord. I think that's what we'll do. And technical check. So we're still quite extreme, and so we're extreme on pretty much everything. And once the sentiment lines up, we'll get the notification. And eco calendar, we've got a lot of high severity, and we got a NFP tomorrow as well. So do bear that in mind. This is going to be a big mover. This is in 7 hours time. This PMI, that's going to be a big mover, I think, for risk. So maybe look to wrap up our trade of the day before then, because this could probably knee jerk some risk sentiment. Yeah, keep calm, always trade safely. So I'm going to wrap up now, and we're going to do a quick 2 or 3 minute video on the indices. So I'll speak to you there. Remember to trade safely, you'll be fine. And I won't be trading tomorrow at all. I'm completely out of the NFP. It's too much of a gamble. So I'll speak to you guys later, and have a good day.